Consider supporting Review Tech USA on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. Skip it up and that up. So, I consider myself very unbiased and objective when YouTube, Twitch, or any social media platform implements new policies. If I agree with them, even if it's unpopular to agree with them, I will say, hey, I think it's a smart move that YouTube or Twitch or Twitter did, which Twitter never really makes any smart moves, but that's besides the point. And when they make bad decisions, I will call them out on making bad decisions. And this is one of those moments that I am calling one of these social media platforms out, and that one would be Twitch. Twitch, I think their intentions are noble. I also think they're trying to preemptively damage control before the damage happens, but what they're doing is extreme, and it's going to lead down a slippery slope that once again is going to start up a witch hunt. And what do I mean? So starting on February 19th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Twitch is going to implement new policies that is going to try to curtail harassment and hate speech on Twitch, which, okay, that's fine. If they're trying to control their platform more, no problem with that. Here's where the problem begins, though, and oh boy, it's a doozy, is that they're also going to be monitoring other social media platforms. And if they think something you did on there is harassing or is considered hate speech, like say you say something on Twitter that Twitch doesn't agree with, they can suspend your partnership program for things you do outside of Twitch. Yeah, God. Now, keep in mind, as I say this and disagree wholeheartedly with what Twitch is trying to do here, I'm not including things like true harassment. If someone is really going after somebody on Twitter or Facebook or whatever the case may be, where they're bothering them and throwing bots on their Facebook page and literally they're incessantly harassing them every day, that's an exception. Or if they're threatening them through direct messages on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube or whatever, that again is different. I'm not including like straight up harassment and threats that it's black and white. Unless you're an idiot, you don't see that it's harassment or threats. But when you read these policy changes, it's such a bad idea what they're doing. They're going down such a slippery slope, it's not even funny. I'm going to read to you what's in the Twitch TV policy update, and then we'll discuss it from there. And I'm going to admit some things, some mistakes I've made myself that may get me kicked out of the Twitch TV partnership program, which wouldn't really be a big deal. I don't really upload anything to Twitch yet, but it is what it is. So here we go. Twitch is a space for people to create, join, and participate in communities that share their interests. We want everyone to be able to express themselves on Twitch, but it's important that we do so in ways that allow everyone to flourish. This means preventing, protecting users from, and moderating hateful behavior and harassment. We support Twitch users who express diverse or unpopular points of view or do so in humorous or controversial ways, but make your intent clear. We don't tolerate conduct that encourages or condones hate or harassment in any way. Ignorance is not an acceptable excuse for conduct that results in hate or harassment. We understand that there are many ways in which behavior might be interpreted as hateful or harassing. When reviewing reported content or activity, we will consider its intent and context. To provide more clarity around these policies and how we handle such conduct, we have provided additional details to complement our community guidelines in the sections below. And here are some of the things they consider hateful conduct. Hateful conduct is any conduct or activity that promotes, encourages, or facilitates discrimination, denigration, objectification, harassment, or violence based on the following characteristics and is strictly prohibited: race, ethnicity, or national origin, religion, sex, gender, or gender identity, sexual orientation, age, disability or medical condition, physical characteristics, veteran status. Twitch will consider a number of factors to determine the intent and context of any reported hateful conduct. Hateful conduct is a zero-tolerance violation, and all accounts associated with such activity will receive an indefinite suspension. Now, if you notice that Twitch, in their guidelines update, tried to calm everybody's fears, saying, we're going to make sure we look into the context of what happened. Don't worry, we're not just going to, if we're sent a clip of something or we're sent a tweet, that we're just going to instantly ban the person or suspend their partnership. We're going to make sure we get to the bottom of it. But how do you know, Twitch, what's going to happen? How do you know that if the person that works over at Twitch or Amazon who reviews it may not have personal biases, may simply not like the Twitch streamer and go, okay, perfect excuse, I could ban their partnership and get them the hell off this site? Yes. Because, okay, maybe they'll still have their Twitch channel, but you know that once a partnership is gone, that channel is as good as done. I mean, let's just face reality here. And this bothers me for a number of reasons. First and foremost, again, I've said this in countless other videos, we have all done stupid ass shit that we regret. Okay? This may be cringeworthy for me because I've never straight up admitted it on this channel before. Well, actually, yes, I have, one of the things, but I have done some dumbass crap. Okay. In my defense, it was done while I was under stress and I just didn't think straight, but I'm going to admit to them now, and I did learn my lesson from them. Okay. A couple years back, this person is still unfortunately somewhat around. I will not give them the credit by naming them. But I had someone who was genuinely harassing me. He was posting pictures of my family, up on Twitter. He was posting pictures of my house that he got off Google Maps, off the roads that I lived on. He posted my personal information all over. I tried to go to legal authorities about it, and the cops would come to my door and be like, well, we can take down a report and we could just keep it on file for you, but that's it, and it sucks for you. And I just got so frustrated that when someone sent me his personal information, I didn't do it. I say that right away because I don't want anyone to think that I actually did dox somebody. I did not dox somebody, but I was very tempted to release it. And I got angry and tweeted on Twitter that I was going to release his personal information and release a picture of his child. I didn't do it. Thankfully, the people who follow me on Twitter and my subscribers talked me out of it, which I'm glad you did. And it never was released, but I did tweet that I was going to do it. It never happened. I never doxed anybody. I never released their personal information. But at the time, I was so frustrated and my back was against the wall that I was like, you know what? I need to do something to get rid of this son of a bitch. If the police ain't going to help me, I'm going to go down that route. Thankfully, I didn't, because I think that would have been very damaging to me if I put out his personal information. But I was tempted to. And even announcing that I was thinking about it was a stupid mistake. I'm just glad that I had the common sense to not just let my impulses and my anger take over and make a stupid decision. But I got pretty damn close, man. I got really damn close to making a very, very bad decision. And luckily I didn't. And luckily I learned from it. But again, my point being, and the reason why I'm mentioning that, I'm going to also mention another mistake that I made. I made that mistake, Twitch, Amazon. Should I be held accountable for it now, even though I did not actually dox the person and I actually learned from my mistakes? Should I be held accountable for that? We all make mistakes. I was going through a hell of a time at that time. Should I be punished for it, even though I learned from it and actually didn't go through with the action that I said I was going to go through with? That's what I'm saying, man. Things happen and no one is perfect. And I feel that human beings are trying to be held to this unrealistic standard. Now, again, there's obviously context is key, and what someone's actions are, it varies from person to person. If someone's genuinely threatening somebody or harassing them, or I see people with Twitter bots that are trying to defame other people, that literally send defaming videos out to every one of their Twitter followers, that is different, man. If they're doing that stuff, yeah, hell yeah, ban them from Twitch, ban the hell out of them. But when I read these community guidelines from Twitch, I feel it's a slippery slope. Now, another perfect example of something dumb that I did was a week before my son was going to be born. I was streaming on Periscope, and this person, they knew my address, and I know they knew my address, and they were basically indirectly saying that they were going to send whatever the hell they were going to send to my house, whether it be the police, whether it be just getting shit delivered to my doorstep. And I lost it on them, and I called them a homophobic slur. It slipped out of my mouth. And they basically did that. I gave them exactly what they wanted. They baited me to say something regrettable that they could use against me, and I gave them their wish. Now, I did instantly after having that live stream posted, I issued an apology. It was something that I never used in a YouTube video before or used in a live stream before. And it was something that I was under a lot of stress and said something that I regret. It's not an excuse for what I did, but I wanted to explain it and apologize for it before I just felt like I had to. I just wanted to out of my own accord. Again, it was another mistake that I made, and I haven't repeated it since. Should that one continually be used against me, even though I knew I made a mistake, admitted that I made a mistake, and have proven for years that I don't have a homophobic bone in my body? Well, according to some advertisers, I had some third-party advertisers and sponsors that wanted to do stuff with my videos. Some people sent them that clip. Even though I explained the context of it, those sponsors no longer wanted to work with me. And that's my point again, is that it's a time now in 2017 and 2018 that people hold other people up to unrealistic standards. And again, there's certain actions that are unforgivable and unexcusable, but there's a lot of times people are human and are going to make mistakes. And I feel that with these new rules that Twitch is trying to implement, that anybody in it, because everything they said there could be considered a gray area. Okay. Oh, we'll look at the context of it. I mean, but what, every person's different. Maybe there's something that someone genuinely did that really wasn't that bad, but that specific person may find it offensive. And then they're like, yeah, I'm going to get rid of their partnership. I'm going to suspend their partnership. It's a slippery, dangerous slope. And I feel like the internet is going to be going on witch hunts against people that don't deserve witch hunts. And that sucks. So we'll see what happens with this new Twitch community guidelines update. But I just feel the outcome of it is not going to be good. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. And to hear more content like this, make sure to subscribe to Review Tech USA.